Hello, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Morons with your host, Nick Green. And with us today, we have a very special individual who is actually one of the inspirations for this whole thing that all of our one fan really loves. One fan, we love you, we miss you. And with us today, we have JT,
Howdy ho, neighbor.
one of the OG Millennial Morons. Um, he just got $10 million from the AMC boost. So, how does that feel?
It feels pretty good. I think my favorite part of it is that when I wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be gone.
Isn't that fun? Stocks?
Oh yeah, man, it's the best part.
That's how the American economy works. It's up and it's down. It's gone and it's gone.
Well, this is my first time experiencing going up, so that part's pretty neat, I says.
Yeah, I guess because when you bought in at a height and then it went down to half its value. So that was a good lesson in stocks.
Yeah, that was great. It didn't feel like a peak because it was cheap as shit.
Yeah. Well,
But I guess them's the breaks.
that's how it goes, man. I mean, it's better to just be disappointed early, right?
Right. Well, that's the beauty of
Yeah.
it. I've seen it go down 100%, and now it's up a little over 100% from where I got it.
It's pretty amazing that we're taking on giant hedge funds by just using Robinhood. That's the power of the internet.
Oh, definitely, man, and it's definitely to stick it to the hedge funds. It's not just a get rich quick scheme by a bunch of morons.
No, definitely not, for sure. I mean, I trust everybody on the internet. So,
It's super well thought out too.
oh yeah, for sure, to the moon. Like that's all you need to know.
I wish that wasn't such a convincing thing to say. Because
Well,
I'll be thinking about it. It's like, oh man, I don't want to lose the little cash that I've built up, and then somebody will just kind of toss up a moon emoji, and I'll be like, damn, they are right.
be like, I guess I have to stay now. I'm not selling because of an emoji. I mean, that's powerful.
I think that that and possibly the rocket ship are the two most powerful. I never had a thing for emojis before, and they never worked on me. But those two, I don't know. I guess it hits that caveman part of the brain. The caveman part that loves rocket ships.
Well, as we all know, cavemen were, the best rocketeers of all time. So that's fucking hilarious, though. Yeah, it's just like you're reading comments on Reddit and you're just like, I'm staying. This
Oh
guy
yeah.
who could be taking a dump right now, posting this comment, I'm going to listen to him.
When it's usually while I'm taking a dump reading the comments. So I guess, we're on an even playing field in that regard.
It's really funny that you mentioned that because some of the best decisions I've made for stocks have been literally when I'm taking a dump. Like I've bought stocks on the toilet and then made lots of money from it.
See,
And
that's the part I'm envious about. I haven't made any money.
well, it's not awesome when you have to pay taxes on it. It's super cool when you get it, but then you're just like, "Oh, why do I owe $2,000 in fucking taxes at the end of the year?" Oh,
Oh, that
because I
sucks.
made so much money. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Like you can trade stocks on your fucking toilet. That's incredible.
I mean, I was making all my other important decisions that way as well. You could just, there's so many things that you could, I want to use the word research, but really, listen to somebody else tell you about and pretend that it's a reputable source. And
That's
you could kind of just dig through it for hours.
that's a lot more research than what most people call research,
Is
which
it
is
though?
Facebook. Well, think about all the dummies that just look at Facebook as their source of information. There's actually literal countries, like one thing that's happening in Myanmar is that they get these phones,
Hmm.
um, and these phones come preloaded with Facebook. And so Facebook is basically the internet because they don't have Google, like they don't have any other option. I could to I hope I'm not getting the country wrong, goddamn. But in some countries, all they have is Facebook basically as their source of information. So that's whole countries just using Facebook.
That is pretty wild, I guess. I don't know.
So it's just like you're a crazy aunt who's like, yeah, don't get the vaccine. It's going to give you, infertility.
Yeah, but like Reddit gave us the Donald, so would you really consider that a better way to get your information?
Well, as we all know, Reddit never lies. Ever.
I guess that's true.
I mean, the Donald was pretty insane. The Donald being a subreddit of just the most, would you say, white nationalist?
I think that's fair to say.
People very interested in preserving white culture.
You know what's crazy
Um,
about the Donald?
what's that?
I was subscribed to it for like
No,
I don't want to overstate it. It was probably like maybe like 6 months or so
you're one of
because,
them.
dude, I thought it was a meme.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was the exact opposite of what it was. Yeah, I saw a few posts and they were so absurd. I was like, "Oh, this is like dunking on the Donald. I'm in." And then it kind of just got, it got buried in my feed for the next handful of months, so I didn't see too much about it. And then one day I saw some sort of crazy post getting a bunch of traction. I was like, "Oh, weird. I'm surprised that's doing so well in this sub." And then I was kind of scrolling through and I was like, "Oh no." I think I was mistaken about who these people are.
They're serious. Be like, yeah, they actually think that all Mexicans are drug cartel people and rapists. And that's like there was like 1 million people on that fucking sub, some shit like that.
Yeah, it got pretty popping off.
That's a little disturbing. I'm glad that we're past that, and now we just have boring, sleepy Joe Biden.
Oh, dude, I'll take boring politics all the time.
What, you don't wanna, get in fights over who's the president? You don't wanna go take over the Capitol building? Come on, dude. Are you really American?
I mean, I want to take over the Capitol building insofar as like I want to become president. Does that count?
Well, I mean, on some level, yes. On some level, you are the same exact as the people on January 6th who invaded the Capitol and tried to kill Nancy Pelosi because you want to be president.
I don't know if that's why they did it. I don't think they wanted to be president.
Well, they wanted someone to be president.
Well, shit, everybody wants someone to be president.
Well, after knowing you for a while, I have to say, I think your chances of becoming president are just as high as literally anyone. So I commend
Yeah, I
you.
appreciate that.
Yeah. I could see you in front of a camera, lying about murdering civilians in some secret war that we're not supposed to have.
I have a lot of appreciation for your faith.
So what happens? So you become president.
Yeah, naturally. It was easy.
Yeah, it was really easy. Clean sweep, got all 50 states. The other person literally got 0 votes because they suck and they're
Yeah, dude,
ugly.
here's the wildest thing. I never even had to do a presser. Like I would just go around and people would be like, "That guy seems like someone I could trust."
You're just like walking around with like tiny American flags in your hands at all times, just giving the finger gun to everyone around you, and people are like, fuck
I mean,
yeah,
it's
dude,
basically how Kennedy became president.
dude, yeah." And it was even more difficult back then because they would just kill you if they didn't agree with you, in Dallas.
Well,
Anyway, so you win the presidency, and you win it by having tiny American flags and finger gunning
mhm.
everyone, just fingering America.
Yeah, lots
And
of winking.
lots of winking, lots of baby kissing for sure,
Hmm.
consensually. So you win the presidency and they take you to a back room and they just like show you a video of like probing aliens, a different angle of the Kennedy assassination, some like laser guns that they've never like shown people before. Just, the most top secret shit that
Hmm.
there's, a gang of interdimensional lizard people that control the world. What do you do? How do you go on TV and talk to America?
You're asking whether or not I would lie or tell people, or like, do I have other options?
I'm just asking how you would take that in.
I mean, I'd probably be pretty fucked up about it, I'd
Like,
imagine.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, I think here's the biggest problem that no one wants to talk about, dude. What if aliens are hot?
Uh, well, I mean, there's some people asking that question on Reddit. I don't know what subreddit specifically, but I mean, as a president, that should be, your first matter of business is
Oh, because wouldn't
introducing
that
this
be
idea to
weird?
America.
You're gonna tell people, all right, so I'm gonna go out there and I tell everyone, hey, aliens are real. And then people, I would assume, panic, a lot of them.
No,
And
by now people would be like, yeah, I knew it.
not a chance, dude.
Hell yeah.
There's so many religions that are based on the idea of aliens not being allowed to exist. And I'm not trying to single out any, there's multiple that have this
Okay, fine,
sort of rule. And so those people are going to be super freaked out about it. And then
fine.
they're going to be doubly freaked out when these aliens show up and they're like us but better.
So I get it, and they're hot and they want to fuck them.
Right. See, it's not going to be a problem. If the aliens are ugly, right, then it won't be a big deal. But there'll be
Hmm.
conflicting, it'll be super conflicting if you want to hate aliens and deny their existence, but also you're super interested in, how they get down, for lack of a better term.
Well, I actually wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing because people fuck animals. So I imagine that people would want to fuck aliens immediately.
I don't know that those are the same thing.
Well, you get my point that people will fuck anything.
Oh, sure, dude. You ever
That's,
see a really good knothole in a tree?
I mean, bruh, sometimes it happens. When you're
Expert news.
backpacking, you're all alone. It's been a week and a half. You're lost.
A week and a half. Look at Iron Will over here.
That's right. I mean, that's the only true test of a man.
You know what, dude? No, I don't think I would tell anybody about all the secret shit.
Yeah, yeah. You just have a drink and be like, well, that's that.
Oh, I mean, fuck them, dude. They don't deserve to know. They elected me when I never even had to give a speech.
That's true. You were just literally walking around America with
Yeah,
tiny
they had.
American flags and giving everyone the finger gun,
Yeah,
and
look,
they
they had
elected
no
you.
reason to elect me, and so they they have no reason to trust me, and I'm gonna make sure that they know that.
Okay, okay. Well, so business as usual for you when you're president. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I don't
You
know.
know.
You gave me a bunch of the world altering shit. I mean, I would
Well,
definitely show people the different angle on the Kennedy thing. That
y-
is more,
yeah, that's important. You could pull that out like when you have a scandal or something like that, like when
yeah, divert attention.
yeah, let's say some country that we started a coup in kills way too many people, then you're just like, "Hey guys, a different angle of the Kennedy assassination." Boom. Everyone's distracted.
Right,
Perfect
and that's not
idea.
enough to like really reshape the face of the world or anything.
No, no, no.
I mean, I
Well,
guess theoretically it could be.
you have to think about it though. When you are elected president, you are given information that no one else in the fucking world is given except for like a select few individuals.
Like Vladimir Putin, post 2016.
Yeah. Well, we all know Putin's a gem. He does nothing wrong.
What I more so meant by that was like only the president knew about these secrets until a president probably told him all of the things.
Oh well, yes, that is true. In a secret meeting, and they text each other and they're besties.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it doesn't even feel that special anymore. It's like, oh, like, and it's trite, dude. Everybody knows about this.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, if the Russians know about it, fuck, and the Russians
Yeah,
know about a lot of stuff.
yeah. It's what? It's 1996 over there. I'm pretty sure that just got released.
I would say 92.
92.
Yeah,
That
for
explains.
sure. I mean, they still, and we've mentioned this before. They jump off of buildings for fun,
Yeah.
get wasted, or do drugs. That is every single Russian person.
Yeah,
Facts.
without question. Yeah, there's definitely no nuance to that either.
No. I mean, that's at least what, the American media tells me, right? And they never lie.
Yeah. So that's what they're behind 30 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's about right, actually.
So what does that mean in like? I'm trying to do like dog years style math. In like 11 years, they're gonna go from the tracksuits to wearing a bunch of flannel and shit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I don't know, man. That's like a Russian uniform now, the tracksuit. I think
Oh, I
when they,
know,
s-
but
I
yeah,
think
I
when
feel like
they,
eventually when we went from tracksuits to flannel and grunge, like that has to happen to them at some point.
yeah, for sure. And then maybe they'll stop killing gay people too at some point.
Well,
But
that's down the line because we were definitely still killing gay people in our grunge phase.
yeah, I think you're right on that one for sure. That is a
Is it?
pretty gnarly thing in Russia, though.
Were we still just doing like bleached hair and stuff when we stopped killing gay people?
Ah,
Or was it
that's
after that?
I think it was right around that time, maybe. But that's hard to tell because sometimes when you bleached your hair, that was back then a sign that
No, you got a point.
you were gay. So
I
maybe
guess it doesn't even
after.
work over there. They have too many blondes. They couldn't bleach. I don't think it'd be a thing.
No, and most of them just shave their head and have beards, even the women. It's kind of
That's
weird.
more aerodynamic that way.
Yeah,
Even the women. So would you say that fantasy dwarves shouldn't be Scottish but actually Russian by your logic?
that sounds about right to me. World of Warcraft dwarves are Russian.
I think that would be great. I think that'd be refreshing. Too many Scottish dwarves. That's my fucking problem with society.
I mean, it's a real problem in a lot of mythology And what was were they fucking Scottish in The Hobbit? I don't even know.
Yes, primarily.
Well, fuck
Yeah,
you, Peter
that's my first
Jackson.
thing I'm doing as president. No more Scottish dwarves.
Okay, okay, I like it. So we're just getting rid of them, putting them on trains, type of thing.
I think. Well,
Oh, so
no.
you're
So
just
like when
saying
they
getting
remake.
getting rid of them in movies. Okay.
No, I guess what I mean is like when they remake the Lord of the Rings films well, I'm not going to be president probably for another 15 years or so. So when they remake the Lord of the Rings films in about 5 years, or I'm sorry, in 20 years, I'll be in my second term.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, like we'll still have Gimli, but he's gonna be focused a little bit less on hitting things with an axe and a little bit more focused on like combat sambo.
Okay. Okay. I like it. And drinking vodka and
Right,
stealing
like
information.
trolls.
Yes. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
So is this yeah, okay, so becoming president, pretty cool thing, but lawyer first, right? And you're like putting away like the gnarliest, criminals, correct?
Theoretically.
Okay. I like that we're painting your future right now. This is pretty good. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're, you know, edging it out right now. Putting
Oh yeah,
criminals
yeah,
away.
yeah. And they do that for long enough, and they kind of just give you a Senate seat.
So like yeah, because Kamala Harris just like put a bunch of people away for petty crimes and stuff like that. And now she's vice
Well, some pretty
president.
serious crimes as well.
Oh, I don't read because I'm an American, so I just listen to what the news tells me, and she put people away just for marijuana. That makes her bad.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So you
So I
s-
do that.
you do that.
You know, everyone that smokes weed gone.
Okay. Well, bye.
Well, I guess not gone, but like
We can keep a couple.
uh, housed in a large concrete communal homes.
Well, that's usually what they want.
Yeah, with tall fences.
Yeah, and if you just give them weed, they'll be pretty satisfied. If it's just a bunch of stoners in a compound, it won't be too bad.
A maximum security compound.
Imagine if you just gave prisoners weed. Be a lot chiller.
Would it?
I mean, maybe. I'd like to
Here's,
try it.
here's my concern about
Can
that.
I make a request for when you're president to force every single prisoner that we have to smoke reefer?
Ah, dude, I hate to tell you this. There's like a lot of reasons why I wouldn't be able to do that.
But you're the president. You have all the power in the world.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I wouldn't be running as a Republican, so I would like adhere to laws and stuff.
We all know that Democrat, Republican doesn't matter.
I didn't say Democrat. I just said not Republican.
Listen, Democrat, Republican, the only two parties that exist in America, doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be the first president in the Green Party, dude. Fuck it.
Fuck, man. I mean, good luck. Do you think that'll ever actually happen in our lifetime? Like a third party candidate?
I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
Well, no, here's why. Because I don't think they'll be considered a third party when it happens.
How
I
do you mean?
think, well, I think we're gonna have more than two political parties, two major political parties in our lifetime. And by the
Okay.
time one of these new parties comes around and wins, they won't be considered a third party. They'll be considered one of the major, I don't know, let's say four.
I mean, that sounds optimistic. I think that's very possible. Once all the boomers die and we can get past all that bullshit, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to have a different system.
Well, I think what's going to happen is this. The GOP seems to be splintering right now, which this is like super low key and fresh and interesting for that one listener.
Dude, our one fan loves everything that we do.
Well, that's good. They're really going to love this part. It's definitely not theoretical bullshit, but I think so they're going to splinter, right? And you're going to have the crazy side and they're going to run on being crazy. And then you're going
Like,
to have Jewish space lasers and things like that.
I see.
Oh my God, could you
Vaccines,
imagine you become president and like that's one of the first things they tell you about the secrets? They're like, oh, dude, actually Jewish space lasers, totally real.
totally real. That's really what Hitler was after.
Right, so they're gonna go off doing their whole thing. And then there's gonna be like a reformed, like extreme team Republican Party where they act like the way it used to be when they were super nice guys and definitely not still shitheads.
Yeah,
And
like,
that's where, all your diet racists are gonna wind up.
yeah. Okay, okay. I feel it. So back,
Diet people who just started to make money.
Diet racists who just started to make money be off of AMC. Yes, of course.
Right. It is then like and then all the old money is gonna go GQP.
So back basically when Reagan was running, back when Republicans were like pretty much pieces of shit, but they came off as super family friendly. Versus
Correct. I
now,
actually think that excuse me, I think that Reagan's one of the guys that killed the Republican Party. They just don't know it yet.
I mean, he was kind of a fucking piece of shit, when you think
A
about it.
little bit.
Kind of,
Yes, but I think that's
funding
gonna be
coups.
there's gonna be the Republican Party that wants to model themselves after the trumpet, and the Republican Party that wants to model themselves after Reagan. And they're gonna kind of fuck each other up for a minute. And then I think the Democrats are gonna have like a pretty solid time winning stuff because votes are gonna be getting split on the red side. And then for no fucking reason, I think the Democrats will split into like three parties just because they're not smart enough to stay together for numbers.
Because of virtue signaling and because some people are on the left and want to give their children child hormone replacement therapy. And then there's people on the left who are just like, I kind of want to just live and, have a fair America.
Right. Like you're gonna have like I'll call it like the Biden Democrats, which is basically just what they idealize themselves to be. Like the Republicans idealize themselves as Reagan, and I feel like Democrats idealize themselves basically for what Biden stands for. He's fairly moderate.
I think they'd rather go with Obama. Obama is definitely like the Democratic poster child
Sure, but I
forever.
mean they have the same general values. And then I think you'll have like the
But one's
Bernie
black,
type of Democrats. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
one's
You'll have the
black and
Bernie
cool.
Democrats, and they'll never win anything.
Yeah.
They'll be like the new Green Party.
That's probably pretty accurate. And whoever listened, our one fan, if you could check back with us in 50 years and check the accuracy of this prediction, if we're correct, then we should be kings of the world.
Kings of the
And
world. Well, I mean, you'll be king of the world. I'm gonna be on the moon with my AMC money.
okay, well, have fun with that. My God, you rich motherfucker. Goddamn. So, I mean, we have to say, we've done a couple of these already,
Hmm.
but you and me, you and I, started
The
this
least
idea.
interesting.
Yeah, no, the most interesting. We have one fan, dude. Stop it.
I think the one fan, after all of that nonsense, is probably considering unsubscribing.
Well, he's gonna, subscribe again because he's really indecisive. So,
That's fair
anyway,
enough.
I mean, shit. We started this idea back in college where we were just fucking sitting on benches and talking shit about the people that walk by. That's a pretty good
Yes,
idea
sir. It was a good idea.
because
You know,
people in
actually, I
college
had
are
a
crazy.
they are, and I had a bench convo styled idea that I wanted to run by you real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Now this might sound a little bit boomery, but bear with me. I think social media as we know it is a fad.
Okay. That's a bold statement.
I think it's like really stressful and a lot of people are trying to have less and less of it. You know, like Facebook's going the way of the dinosaur, the same way that MySpace has gone before it. I get the feeling that maybe the Gram's going to be joining it. Snapchat's I think it's just going to die off. And I don't know. I feel like it's going to either have to evolve or change. And I was wondering if you had any opinions on that.
I think that I would like it to be a fad. I would like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that bullshit to maybe not go away, but just to become less popular because people are literally living online at the moment through these things, TikTok as well. I do think that there are going to be some people who just want to completely detox from it and completely get away from it. Maybe still use it here and there to get some information, see some cool shit. But it's hard for me to see, especially if you look at young people now and the way that they look at their fucking phones. I mean, people think that like we looked at our phones a lot when we were kids and we did, but now it's a lot different because they can see literally anything and everything on their phone. And some
But it was
people
way cooler now than when we were kids.
and some people don't and won't have the will to look away. I mean, like people have said in the past, this literally releases a dopamine effect in your brain looking at things. And it could be anything, like you're saying, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I would like that if we can get away from that, because I think it's distracting us from, becoming what we could be like as humans, getting smarter and better overall. But instead of
Well, I
doing
don't even
that,
think that social media is necessarily making us dumber. I think it's just making people lie about how happy they are more.
yeah, it's definitely, I agree with you on that point. It's definitely causing like a mental health thing because
And I
there's a
just feel
lot.
like that can't sustain itself.
I think I don't. It's hard to say because these companies are very invested in keeping it alive. So
Oh, sure.
I think that's maybe the angle that you have to think about. Like these companies, it's not whether or not we want it or not. It's whether or not they want to keep promoting it because there's definitely been things in the past that have been promoted that people in America didn't know that they wanted until they were told that they should want it, which is what these companies will do if this starts to die down.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, I don't think it would. I don't know. Like, I think it will still work for famous people because people give a shit what's happening to famous people.
For sure.
But like that hot girl you went to high school with that has, I don't know what a high amount of followers. Let's say 10,000. I feel
Yeah.
maybe not as interesting to a global audience.
I mean, I hope not
So I feel like
because
maybe that goes away.
you're right. Like it's almost like life porn. It's like, "Oh, here's my perfect everything. I made a perfect meal. I have a perfect workout. I have a perfect dog. I have the perfect husband." All that fucking bullshit. It's like that's going to go away. And sure, like if you're famous, like people will be down to like follow you and stuff like that.
Right.
Because you think about it, there are like people who basically broadcast their whole life. I mean, people, there's a dude on Twitch that apparently streamed for a month straight. So that's literally someone just recording everything that they do and putting it online.
Right. Like you have these women who post like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an OnlyFans, but instead of doing lewd type shit, they'll just sort of go about their business with the camera on for an hour or so, and they'll get paid for that,
Yeah.
for having people watch them do that.
I think that is I think all of that stuff is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. I think we're going to
I
start seeing
agree.
like yeah, like someone's going to rig their whole house with cameras, some hot chick, and she's just going to walk around in her underwear and do fuck all day and she's going to be a millionaire.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. She will be one of the, I don't know about richest, but certainly one of the most famous people in the world. And it'll just be like if the Truman Show was improvised as opposed to scripted.
Like do you know this one streamer Amaranth?
I do not. I am not PogChamp. I'm sorry.
You should be. You should be. Well, for the uninformed, I believe her name is Amaranth. I could be saying that fucking wrong, but she's just this hot fucking redhead who just posts, pictures of herself naked all the time. Not fully naked, obviously,
Oh,
because she wants to, keep the goodies for the OnlyFans. But she streams all the time. They do like, she does like hot tub streams. Have you heard of hot tub streams?
no, but I bet you I can figure out what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much in the name. It's just these chicks sitting in hot tubs for like 8 hours. It's fucking insane, dude. And they're just making money. So that chick, if she just rigged her house with cameras everywhere, there'd be people watching.
I
She'd
wish I
make so
was
much
fucking
money.
handsome enough to do that.
I would do it. Fuck. If someone wanted to watch, yeah, I'm not really doing much.
Yeah, just hanging anyway.
Just playing video games, smacking Wade, playing piano, playing
I mean, we
games.
could have an entire fucking conversation just devoted to the opposite. Instead of what do you think is going to happen to social media, how do you think OnlyFans is going to expand itself?
I think OnlyFans is going to go into every aspect of our lives. And all of a sudden, you're going to have to be paying for all your content through
Oh, dude, there's going to
OnlyFans.
be tiers. I bet you, and here's the wacky part, because I bet you'll be split up tiers. You'll be like, here's the nudes, here's, I don't know, sexual videos, here's me cooking my dinner, here's me cleaning my house. And the wackiest fucking part is all that fucking nasty shit is probably gonna be the cheapest tiers. People are gonna pay way more fucking money for access of like watching her sleep.
Oh my God, yes. And she does that though. She actually like just
No.
no, yeah, dude. There's streams of her. There's sleep streams, dude. There's sleep streams. That's the thing. You say it, it's already happened.
Well, now I feel like an old bastard.
You boomer. My God.
Yeah, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you, man. Fuck you because it's pretty much time to get out of here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, you're, the other original creator of this whole thing, so you're welcome anytime.
Hey man, if you ever need your pods rank tanked, I'm your man.
Well, we'd like to thank our one fan, and we'd like to thank our sponsors, marijuana and
A-
alcohol, for
And
allowing us to
OnlyFans
have,
apparently.
and OnlyFans for allowing us to have this conversation, and for contributing over $500,000 to our podcast. As you can tell, we all put it back into the podcast. We don't,
Hmm.
save that money. All of it goes back into production.
We
So
wrote scripts for this clearly.
yeah. So be thankful for the sponsors. We appreciate them. Weed, alcohol, OnlyFans. Thank you so much. And I'd like to say thanks for listening to Millennial Morons. And thanks for JT for stopping by.
Thank you very much. Hold AMC.
Later, bitches.